Hardships in finding the light. Okay, should I be here? Should I be here? How about here? Can you see my freckles today? Right, anyways. Hey, hi, hello everyone. My name is Monique. This is The Cauldron and a weird little video. There's a mismatch and there's an additional bookshelf and it's beautiful and you all better love it. In case you didn't know, this is Bookwitch Reviews. Today's video is going to be a weird mix match of some clips from Fcinthehouse, where I went with my girlfriend and her family right before lockdown happened. Yep, so I've been working from home for 4 days. I am a little bit intense right now and a little bit full of feelings, and we're just gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna put through some clips of some nice times that I've had, coffee and such, and then I'm gonna jump back to me again. So let's let go. Hope you enjoy. To look at again. I also did some writing this weekend, which is why I also did some writing, which I was really proud of. I am currently prepping for Camp NaNoWriMo. If in case you didn't know, NaNoWriMo is usually National Novel Writing Month, which happens in November, where you try to write 50,000 words, and Camp NaNoWriMo happens in April, where you set your own word count. And I'm very excited. I'm going to do a video that is a little bit more in depth, but I did some writing. Here you go, more clips. finally read The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, which is the first book in the Mistborn series. In this book, we follow Vin and Kelsey. Vin is a thief and a half-blood, and the catchphrase or the sales point of this book way back in the day, because it is surprisingly old, was what if the Dark Lord won? So the Scar have been in slavery for 1,000 years, and Kelsey, who is our other protagonist, is a crew leader who decides to take down the evil lord. And this book is, as everyone has said, magnificent. It is not my favorite. It didn't quite get 5 stars from me, and here is why. Okay, so this book starts off quite slow. We get introduced. They are lovable characters. They're very funny. The world is very well built, and I'm very excited about continuing on in this trilogy, which I believe there's a second trilogy as well, and then I think he's still writing for it. I'm not entirely sure. But this book, I was I liked Vin, but I didn't love her. And Kelsey is a little bit confusing, but I think that's on purpose. But what did keep me is what everyone has been saying, is the fact that this magic system is beautiful. It is based on metals. I have never read anything like it. Allomancy is such an interesting, intricate, weird fucking thing. And there are these writing lectures that you can look on YouTube. I'm going to link them down below, from Brandon Sanderson, and he's explaining why he wrote this. And he writes for the reason that I write, which is, wouldn't it just be really fucking fun to write about metal magic and what would happen with that? And this book is really good, and I'm really excited about continuing my buddy reading with my friend Shaun, who lives in Australia. Their book community is beautiful. His handle on Instagram is a lonely reader, and you should follow him. I'm going to link him down below, because his photos are stunning, and he does a YA room in Australia. So if you live in that area, I think you should go check it out. So there's that. Also, yeah, so I didn't really read a lot, and now with all of this very intense stuff going on, the UK is in lockdown, in case you didn't know. I don't really have a plan to mention the coronavirus or COVID-19 that much on my channel, but I am still building on what it is that I want to do on here, and I will mention it because it is a big deal, and everyone should know that we will get through this. It's really hard right now, and it's really intense, and I am not a person who gets easily anxious, but it's also hard and weird, and I am hoping to do a lot of reading. And I really enjoy the fact that Crate, which is a bookbox subscription, is holding Fcinthehouse, which is a readathon that goes from the 23rd to the 30th of March. So I'm going to try to do some additional reading. So they have some prompts, and one of them I already filled out, and I'm going to put a little clip here of how intense I was about being halfway through it yesterday. So I'm just going to give a quick little update about what I'm reading right now. I feel like squealing, and I haven't felt like that. I'm literally reading this book, and there's so much angst and longing, and we're following Leah and Sanya, and they're just it's 2 points of views, and I'm just this book is just, it's so cute, and I'm just I honestly, my heart is just full of love and affection, and yeah, just very excited about it. It filled out the prompt, which is a 2020 release, and it is The Queen of Coin and Whispers by Helen Cochran. Helen Cochran. There's no A, Monique. Stop saying Helena, because I've mentioned this book a whole lot on all of my social media in the last couple of days, because I started it on Tuesday and finished it yesterday. It is it looks big, but it is shorter. It's very fatly typed. It's not like the teeny tiny writing of Brandon Sanderson, and it is 400 pages, and it's stunning. It's her debut. It's coming out on the 23rd. My friend Jack sent this to me because he loves me and I love him, and he's a god. And honestly, if you need to spend your money on something in this lockdown time, I feel like it should be this book, because this book is stunning political intrigue with a baby gaze. Okay, so I thought there was going to be some fantasy. There isn't, but you're not missing it, because there is a girl or a princess, I guess we would call her, who inherits a basically bankrupt kingdom. And to get herself out of this, she hires a girl who is bent on revenge to be her spy master and her like master of coin in a way. And it's just beautiful and angsty. And if you are like, I'm not normally all about romance and, you know, like the brief touches. I'm like, if you want to fuck them, you go do that right now and then we'll all like move on. And I'm just like, but this book made me so invested. Like, there's some delightful stories in my Instagram, which I think are still there, where I'm literally going, because of collarbones and the brief touch, and I'm just like, this is a stunning piece of mastery. And the only thing I wish was that it would be a little bit longer, so the ending is a little bit rushed. But I'm sort of hoping that because I pre-ordered, the final copy has been a little bit more edited. But honestly, even if it's like this, it's fucking great, and you should go pre-order it right now. So I'm just going to go through really quickly the rest of the prompts for this little readathon that I am doing, and I'm going to link Fake Crate down below. They are a book box subscription service. They do boxes monthly. They're really cute. I've only had the chance of having them once because they are centered in the US and the shippings are extortionate, and I can't pay it no matter how much I wish I could get these boxes. But I'm just going to run through them real quickly. One of the prompts is a book that has been on your bookshelf for way too long. And for that, I have decided to go a little bit outside of my regular fantasy schedule and read Nocturnal by Wilder, which is a very short feminist, at least I think it's feminist. Most of my tiny poetry is feminist because I am a ginormous one. Yeah. Anyways, this is a beautiful little piece of work. There is artwork inside it. It's absolutely stunning. I believe it is about loneliness and growth, and I just really want to read it because I have had it on my shelf for many years. The third prompt is a book that comes highly recommended, and I am going to buddy read with my friend Fatima and some other people, The Ninth House by Lee Bardugo, which I know you have heard me mention. It's like that one and Gideon, and then I should be able to explain this book really well, and I still don't, so I just really need to read it. We follow Alex Stern in a like magical realism world where she comes from a poor background and she gets offered a place in Yale, but only if she keeps an eye on these secret societies that deal with magic and death, and it's supposed to be gruesome and dark academia, and it's literally just like, yeah, that sounds good. And then also, this is the Illuminated edition, and it's fucking stunning, so enjoy that. Fourth prompt for the Fcinthehouse is, I have it in paperback, and I'm going to read To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christou, which I am a little bit scared about because I picked up her second book, which is Into the Crooked Place, and I didn't necessarily love it that much, but I am very excited about this one. I was given this by Nikki Reed, who I'm going to link down below as well, and it's a mermaid story. I think it's hate to love. I think it's a siren who has to kill a siren killer to return to her kingdom or something along those lines. And honestly, also, it's just beautiful, and I love me some evil mermaids because they just bring me a lot of joy. Last but not least, this is for the prompt, a pretty cover, and look at this stunning cover. This is The Winter Duke by Claire Eliza Bartlett. I mentioned this in one of my former videos. I'm going to link it down below for any other anticipated releases that I did have for March. And this stunning, beautiful, very chilled blue book is another queer fantasy romance. I believe it's very heavily political as well. I don't know how much magic is in there, but basically it apparently follows this girl who very suddenly inherits this kingdom because her family is put under a sleeping curse, and with that she also inherits her brother's warrior bride, and literally That's all I needed to hear about that. So I obviously know that this is quite a few books to want to read in the next, what is that, maybe 3 or 4 days. But I'm going to try my best. Some of these are short. To Kill a Kingdom, if I'm not doing anything else, I can easily read that in a day. And I want to read some more this month because I haven't done a whole lot of it. Thank you for watching this very messy clip together video, but I really wanted to share with you what I've been up to before all of the very intense, crazy stuff happened. So if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will continue to try and entertain you through what I know is quite a rough and very anxiously filled time. I know books is what makes most of us happy, otherwise you wouldn't be here, and it's what makes me happy. And I'm on the lookout for everyone else. I'm especially looking out for my friends. I know that I'm in a really good situation and the fact that I can work from home, and I know everyone else isn't that lucky. So try to look out for each other. Remember to wash your hands, stay inside if you can, and then just take a deep breath. We're all gonna get through this and it's gonna be fine. And then I will be out with another video which is not as weirdly put together as this one. Take care of yourself. I love you and I'm proud of you, and you are doing great. Goodbye. All of the stuff is down below. Please look at me, like my description box is going to be a mess, but yeah. Bye. I tried to link all of these books downstairs. Downstairs. I'm going to try to link all of these books. I'm going to link the